The media war has just begun. Simon Ekpa is accusing some people of sabotaging him. A tweet which was said to be reported by him. He says that the World Bank and IMF have agreed to loan the sum of $57.5 billion to Biafra Republic government in exile to form our government after December 2nd, 2024 declaration of Biafra. I thank our sister Ngozi Okonjo Iweala for helping me to facilitate the loan. Now, when the name Ngozi Okonjo Iweala was mentioned, it became another thing entirely. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala, we know she's an international figure, especially with the World Bank, with the IMF, International Trade Center. She is a colossus. She is an influence when we talk about World Bank, the world trade and world politics. She was forced to debunk that report, allegedly by Simon Ekpa. Many are accusing Simon Ekpa of carrying out fake news that are non-realistic. There is an accusation on Simon Ekpa. So this is what she said. So Ngozi Okonjo Iweala said, I know no sensible person will believe what is contained in the outrageous tweet below, but in these troubled times, it is important to underscore that the statement is false. Again, I enjoin all those seeking to misuse my name to desist. That is what she said, reacting to the post credited to Simon Ekpa. No sensible person will believe that report that is accredited. I know I'm using the word accredited. Alleged that Simon Ekpa tweeted what we just read now. The World Bank, IMF agreeing to give Biafra Republic government $57.5 billion to form the Biafran government after the 2nd of December 2024. Simon Ekpa on his own came out to say that that tweet was not from him. He debunked that tweet. You know, he has made so many enemies, and many people will not want to listen to him, whether it is true or not, because they see the December 2nd declaration of Biafra as non-realistic, asking him questions like, do we have what it takes to defend our fatherland? Do you have what it takes? Why making unnecessary postulations when that is the question that Simon Ekpa is being asked? So looking at that, this is an opportunity to also blast Simon Ekpa again with this tweet. Somebody said that after he tweeted that tweet, he deleted the tweet. He has come to say that there is a particular person that tweeted what he is being accused of, and that person, you can see it on your screen, the same tweet. And there was a former tweet that this person tweeted. I don't know why I'm using tweet. A former he wrote something that made him suspicious, this particular person, saying that he is from so tribe. I don't want to mention the name. Look at the tweet. He is from so tribe. He is going to make sure that he disguises himself to sabotage another tribe. And this particular tweet that is making everybody bashing Simon Ekpa, he is said to be emanating from this particular person. So, accusations that there's a media war, people are trying to discredit what Simon Ekpa is doing and has done over the years. I'm confused. Why would somebody wants to sabotage a Simon Ekpa? Because according to Okonjo Iweala, I say no sensible person will believe such. And I believe that Simon Ekpa is as smart as he is not to tweet such. But if the accusation remains that this particular person you are seeing on your screen is responsible for the fake news, he edited whatever he edited and made it look like Simon Ekpa did this so that they can give him a bad name now that 2nd of December is coming. Well, my brother, if you ask me now, who I go ask? Whether it is Simon Ekpa or this person. But the most important thing that we need to notice is that what I am happy about is that now everybody is discussing Biafra. That is my joy. You are discussing Biafra. You see, when the media stop discussing your matter, you become irrelevant. When Nnamdi Kanu started, he started with the media. He was very, very meticulous. And he was wise to have engaged the media in his quest for Biafra. And see the many souls that he used his Biafra radio to win, like some of us. We never saw reason then. Then I had this notion that if Ojukwu fought the Biafra war and ran away, that was the notion I had. I had so many grudges with Biafra agitation, so many questions I wanted to ask that people were not giving me answers. Instead, they were saying all sorts of things. They are trying to defend. And I asked this question then, that Ojukwu, as you see him, you fought the Nigerian Biafra war, you handed over to Effiong to settle the whole thing, and you ran, you went on exile, you came back to the same Nigeria, got involved in the politics, formed a government, formed a political party which is APGA, and the same APGA, you came out to become the president of a country of Nigeria. That was my notion, but it got to a point I had to think otherwise. You see, there are many ways to get something. Nobody convinced me. But when Nnamdi Kanu started his Radio Biafra, I was working in a media house. So every night I would listen to Nnamdi Kanu, and the guy was so convincing with his media. He was the talk of the town. So where I'm driving at is that this thing that's happening with Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, and whoever that is being accused of sabotaging him or setting him up, we are now discussing Biafra. That is the deal. If we continue discussing Biafra and Biafra goes global, then the chances we have at having to negotiate, having to dialogue, having to get a place at the Committee of Nations. When nations start discussing your matter, there's every possibility that Biafra will be given to us much more on a platter of gold than on us fighting for it. Whether you like what Simon Ekpa is doing or not, I might not agree with many things that Simon Ekpa is doing, but for the fact that he's in that picture making everybody discuss about Biafra, because left to some of these people that don't like Simon Ekpa's style, nobody will discuss about Biafra. Somebody brought a suggestion: let us stop this sit at home. This sit at home does not contribute to blah blah blah. I understand from that perspective. You need to discuss about Biafra for Biafra to have head. If you are not contributing to the discussion, to the conversation, that means you don't have any right to blame somebody that is doing his own. Everybody has a role he's playing. Simon Ekpa might be the spoiler. He might not be doing it, might not be perfect. He might be committing atrocities or saying I kill this, I kill that, which is I'm totally against it. That kind of struggle. Okay, what are you doing? So many people are blasting Simon Ekpa over that tweet. Simon Ekpa comes to tell you that he's not the one, but yet you refuse to agree because you have hatred for him already. You don't like him. You refuse to agree that he's not the one. Okay, this is the person that did it. Even though somebody said, even though he's the person that did it, we know that he has said some things in the past that is not consistent. That some people have said between APC supporters and the Ekpa, the autopilot, which one gets his pass? Comparing the autopilot movement and the APC movement, making jest of this guy. Since Nnamdi Kanu was incarcerated, this guy has been making noise, making noise that we continue the conversation. So Nnamdi Kanu used Radio Biafra and won my heart. This was somebody that he knew what he was doing. He was sincere. I saw this passion to get away from the shackles of the Fulani, shackles of the British and UK that has put Nigeria bound. He was against the system. He made some prophecies, and these prophecies are coming to pass. I, as a Nigerian then and now, I never saw any reason to be happy because governments have come and gone and nothing to show for it. So why would I not listen to Nnamdi Kanu? So Nnamdi Kanu is one of the persons that warned me, started speaking about Biafra. We need to keep talking about Biafra. See, those people that thought we were going to sabotage the autopilot movement and whatever, they never thought that they were going to, in disguise, become a blessing. Everybody, the world is talking about Biafra. Now that they brought in the World Bank, World Bank, it has gone international. It has gone international. World Bank. Then we need to have these conversations and let it continue. The Southwest used media to get themselves into power. Media is a strong tool, is a weapon. Thank God for social media, because some people have taken over the traditional media. Now social media is now the game changer. Nobody is going to be nobody is going to control another person. If you think that you have your narrative, you are going to battle with other narratives. If you think you are selling a narrative, a false narrative, like the war go on, so many people came out and gave their side of the story. If it were to be traditional media, it would be a limited narrative. People that will come out and share their messages to a wider audience, to everybody, will be limited. But now you can just open your account now. You start telling people, this is what I know. So that is the good thing about what is happening. I hope the World Trade, the IMF has debunked it through Okonjo Iweala. We know that this news is targeted at something. Look at the appointment of Bianca Ojukwu. If you ask me, I would say she's a politician. She does not represent Biafra. Even the Abga that she is from, she could not get a Senate seat in Abga. Okay, some people said that now that Tinubu is a master stroke politician, master stroke this, he knows how to play politics, he knows how to deal with the Igbos. Now he has appointed their Biafra mama, and nobody can talk about Biafra again. Ojukwu came back. I told you, he came back and he contested as president. Who voted for Ojukwu? Who even sent him? Instead they voted for, I think it was Obasanjo. Nobody sent Ojukwu. Nobody even sent a message. Nobody know whether he's existing. Somebody that led people, declared Biafra. There was a country, according to Chinua Achebe. That's why people can call themselves Biafrans, because of this man. But yet he came into Nigeria. They gave him honors. They paid him. He set up a party. INEC approved this party. He contested as president. The Igbos did not support him. So what influence does Biafra? What is Biafra bringing to the table when we talk about Biafra? Biafra is bigger than anybody. Now, they wanted to silence Nnamdi Kanu because these people are media gurus. They want to make sure that they diffuse the popularity of Nnamdi Kanu. But it is only Ekpa that makes us have to talk about this Biafra. Have this conversation. I say I don't support most of the things he's doing, but where I have this support for Ekpa is that he's making sure that we are having these discussions about Biafra over and over again. Any small thing, you see the man tweeting. This one now, the next 6 months, Biafra will be on the top. Look at Twitter. Ekpa, Biafra. People are having this conversation. You know, one thing the media does is that they tell you what to think. They tell you what to read. They tell you what to read as news. They determine what is news to you. That is what the media does. Now, when you go to the newspaper stand, there are so many things that have happened during the day. But it is the one that the newspaper wants you to focus on. That is what they will put on their paper. So Ekpa knows how to get the attention of Nigerians when it comes to Biafra. I'm not in support of whatever killings that is attesting to. That is not my style of getting Biafra. So everybody is doing his own. According to Nnamdi Kanu, some people are doing their own. theirs might be also is going to contribute to the whole thing, whether he's going to declare Biafra December 2nd or not. Mine is that let this consciousness be in every Biafran that we are not to be idle. Let's find ways. Let's come together, put our heads together, draw an economic plan for the whole of the Southeast region, and make sure we fold our sleeves, put our hands to work, and develop our region. So far, we have this consciousness. I'm okay. Then we can now bid for an influence for regionalism and move on from regionalism to Biafra. Some people already said that if you allow regionalism, it will be easier for the Igbos to have Biafra. So we are not supporting regionalism. They are afraid that we are going to get Biafra through regionalism. But Samuel Ekpa, discrediting Samuel Ekpa, no, the guy knows how to bring himself into the limelight. As for the World Bank, I don't think Biafra has anything to do with the World Bank to get money from the World Bank. I don't think they need to have, because the World Bank, these guys are demons. If you have any conversation with them, have any transaction with them, you are doomed for life. Look at Nigeria. Look at the $2.5 billion loan that was taken by the president. Look at how we are going to pay over $30 billion in a span of 40 years. We were thinking, okay, we are thinking that the economy will improve, that we can pay. And these people, they will start, this loan will mature, and the payment will start after they have left power. After they have left power. It is important to know that whatever that is happening now, it is for the good of the people of the Southeast. Whether there is an appointment with Bianca Ojukwu, that one does not concern me. I don't support that appointment. She's doing it for her own selfish reasons. Most Igbos can sell the Biafran agitation for a pot of soup, porridge. What is she going to talk as? Is she going to project Biafra? What is she going to say as Minister of State for Foreign Affairs? Is it not the same Nigeria that she's going to project its image? So does she still stand as a Biafran? People hate the ideal of Biafra. They hate that we are talking about Biafra. That is why every conversation goes around Igbos should stop sit at home. They should come together. They should do this. They should fight for this one. They should support one Nigeria. People hate the fact that we are calling for Biafra. That's why most people are not going to support regionalism. The North will tremble. Tinubu will use Igboho and shake the North. If the North want to do anyhow, we just say, Igboho, do this one. Using Nnamdi Kanu, using this Bianca as a master stroke. I told you that Tinubu is going to get his second term. Tinubu, this thing is did. There are two things that are involved. He wants to take Anambra APC, and he wants to secure his second term. He must spend 8 years. Tinubu has a plan. Tinubu has a plan. And they're not seeing that plan. That's why they want to make sure they dislodge him 2027. So that plan will not materialize. They want to dislodge him 2027. He has a plan. APC ends with Tinubu. That's my prophecy. APC is going to end with Tinubu. The influence APC is going to have in Nigeria is going to end with Tinubu. Tinubu is APC. APC is Tinubu. Over to Samuel Ekpa. Over to Samuel Ekpa. The fake news merchants, you have all tried. You can see your handiwork. You can see what you're doing. But just know that anybody that fights this wonderful country, as I'm saying this, people are angry that why would such an educated boy, or I'm not educated, I'm just learning, why would this guy be saying all these things about? Do you think that Biafra is a reality? Do you think that this is this, this is that? I said I'm learning politics from Tinubu. You don't understand. You don't understand. We know where we are going. We know where we are going. So don't worry about us. You see, what we say with our mouth, we can see that we are not dons. We are not to be played about. The main people, let's not even go there. So Biafra agitation continues. Nobody stops it. It is bigger than everybody. When Ojukwu did what he did, he moved on. Uwazurike came. After Uwazurike, whether he messed up, after he messed up, who thought that a Nnamdi Kanu would come much more fiercer? After a Nnamdi Kanu, we are seeing a Simon Ekpa. So what are you going to tell me? What are you going to tell me? Whether Simon Ekpa is wrong or right with this December 2nd declaring Biafra, you think that it's going to stop? What is going to come is much more. See, what you don't understand is that you think that after you sabotage this guy, after you attack this guy in the media, make sure people hate him, become the #1 hated person in Igbo land, then the agitation will die a natural death. You don't know what you are fighting. You're not fighting flesh and blood. The battle is principalities and power. That's how you think that the banditry in the north will end. That's how you all think. Yet it's getting worse. Media houses are not even reporting what is happening in the north because it seems to be a normal thing. Bandits can come into your house, carry your wife, rape your wife, carry your children away, ask you to pay money, and they return your child. Nigerian government not doing it. There's nothing. Nobody reports it. It has become a normal thing. So do you think that Biafra, you can just do one propaganda and stop Biafra? No, it's not possible. Who God has blessed, no man born of woman can ever cause.